Guys, XRP is so exciting these days, and there's so much happening that sometimes even I have a problem keeping up with what's happening. So first of all, the futures ETFs were postponed. I think you already all know that. They're delayed, I think, to the 19th of this month, which is the 19th of May, which isn't that far down the low. It's not like months ahead. It's just a few days, a couple of weeks, postponement. And it's better to get things right rather than having problems when they're released. Who knows why they postponed them? I haven't really looked into why exactly, but they have been postponed, delayed, whatever, to the 19th of May. Fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. Now, a lot of you have pointed out that ETFs aren't actually big, game changers when it comes to the price of cryptos, and they point to what happened with Ethereum. However, it did move the market when it came to Bitcoin. And I think the ETFs and the institutional money coming into Bitcoin is why we saw that very early all-time high earlier last year. And it basically propelled, the price, because a lot of institutional money that wouldn't buy Bitcoin directly bought the ETFs, right? And we saw even record inflows just a few days ago of Bitcoin ETFs as the whales basically FOMOed back in. The institutional money FOMOed back into ETFs. Now, Ethereum is a completely different ball game because they have issues with the blockchain itself. There's some regulatory issues. There's ETHgate. I don't know. And actually, now that I said that, I'm not sure how much of the fundamentals actually the people who are buying ETFs actually care about. I think that Ethereum price itself and its use and development and stuff, I think the problem is on the blockchain level, not on the financial ETF level. So basically, developers preferring to develop on things like Solana, Avalanche, or even XRP because of the more effective, more efficient, and scalable, and definitely the cheaper, big one there, the cheaper blockchain when it comes to fees, etc. But the Ethereum ETF didn't behave like it should. Ethereum actually saw a little bit of a pump just a couple of days ago as well. So I don't think maybe it's not completely dead. I think there's some things that might save it. I think that the Trump investment is going to save it. If anything, put it in a better position when it comes to mind share. So anything that Trump and Trump's foundation put their money in, there's a downside and a good side to it. There's the FOMO effect of the president of the United States and his organizations getting into that token, and because of that, a lot of people would also FOMO into it, because even if they don't like him, they like the money that signifies. Okay, and then you have, of course, the people that hate the guy, so anything that he does, they boycott. So there's always a plus or minus when it comes to that. But I think XRP ETFs, even though they're futures, will familiarize the institutions with that token XRP, so that when the actual XRP spot ETFs happen in the United States, by the way, they've already happened elsewhere, then they'll be more comfortable to go with it. The SEC is always happy to approve leveraged stuff, futures and stuff, than actual spot for whatever reason. Okay, so when that happens, that's going to be big. The second thing I wanted to talk about is actually a big one. Now, we already knew that this was going to happen. I actually made a video a few weeks back about this, but now it's been officially announced in Dubai, and a license has been granted to Ripple. So this is massive. As a payments organization, they've got a payments license, or a license to offer payment services in the United Arab Emirates, okay, which includes Dubai. And what that means is that they are going to get a stranglehold of that region of the world. Now, Dubai is a major financial hub in the world at the moment, and a lot of money going from, Arabia, oil money going from Saudi Arabia, from Kuwait, Qatar, and all those places passed through the UAE, Abu Dhabi, Dubai. A lot of international money also is going to Dubai. A lot of crypto firms are based there now. The tax-free policies, innovation-friendly environment drives a lot of money, a lot of innovation to Dubai. So there's a lot of money moving through that, and it's a great place to have your payment system and services working. Man, I'm sweating. It's kind of a nice hot day today in London. It's 25 degrees. It feels like summer. As you can see, I'm in a t-shirt. The sun is burning. I can't wait to finish this video so I can go out and chill in the sun. Mind you, I have a few errands to run. Anyway, I digress. Another big thing about Dubai that maybe you might not have thought about is it's one of the biggest remittances places in the world, right? So you have a lot of people from Southeast Asia, from Africa, from Europe who work in Dubai, who earn a living in Dubai, who send money back home. So a lot of Europeans, a lot of Africans, and a lot of Asians are working in Dubai and sending money back to their family. And the Ripple payment systems are going to have a stranglehold on that economy, on that remittances economy, and that's going to bring a lot of liquidity onto the XRP blockchain. Again, most of it is probably going to be done using RLUSD now, but RLUSD requires XRP to function, so that's always a good thing. Now, this other thing I want to talk about is in speculation stage at the moment, so it's not confirmed, it's absolute rumor, but I've seen a lot of people talk about it, so I thought I had to mention it as well and offer you my opinion on it. And my opinion is not necessarily going to be similar to what I've seen out there. Now, it is the rumor that Ripple is trying to buy Circle for 20 billion and that they're talking about it today. So today is the alleged meeting between Circle and Ripple. But first of all, I don't think that this is a thing at all. I think this is just rumor. Why would a successful company like Ripple want to, why would a successful company like Circle, who is doing really, really well, who has a USDC product that is doing well, and the United States is backing it, right? So why would they then sell that business at the point where stable coins are about to enter the golden age, right? We're about to enter a golden age of stable coins, whether you like it or not. The entire world is going to be using stable coins. At that point, why would they then sell themselves to Ripple? Doesn't make any sense, right? Now, let's assume that it is true and Ripple is actually sitting down with Circle and they're going to make a deal and Ripple is going to buy Circle and they're going to merge into the same company, and RLUSD and USDC are going to be under the same umbrella Ripple. I believe that that's a terrible thing because personally, I don't like monopolies. I like variety. The more, the merrier. I know that Ripple is dominating the payments ecosystem. That's a good thing for XRP and XRP holders. But we also need competition, especially in the stable coins arena. Because look, stable coins don't make you money, right? Stable coins make the company money. Stable coins make Ripple money, not you. You can't make money out of stable coins. They help facilitate DeFi. They help facilitate transaction of money. They save you money maybe in, sending money from one place to the other, but you cannot make money holding stable coins. Who makes money from fees and things like that for stable coins and minting them, etc.? It's the companies. So Circle is making money, Tether is making money, Ripple is making money. If the United States government mints one, they're going to be making money. Trump's USD1, whatever it's going to be called, his organization is be making money. You are never going to be making money. So as retail users of cryptocurrencies, we should always promote variety, especially in the stable coin ecosystem, right? In that category of coins. I want to see hundreds of stable coins, hundreds of them, backed by gold, silver, euro, dollar, rupees, yen, rands, naira, whatever, the pound sterling, Czech koron, Polish zloty, whatever it is. I want to see a variety of stable coins, okay? One of my favorite stable coins is called the Hive-backed dollar. That thing has been solid for years. And it, when the bear market happened, it didn't decouple, it stayed because it's actually little known and it's specialized to people who use the Hive ecosystem. And because of that, it's got a high yielding DeFi. It's been yielding 20% this whole time through the bear market. And why do we have that? Because it's a specialized stablecoin in that ecosystem and it's able to provide that service because it's not just unified under one, new world order coin. And by the way, if you've forgotten about CBDCs, which were sort of like the devil coin before, right? CBDCs have lost popularity. A lot of countries are no longer chasing CBDCs because of the negativity that they, obviously elude, right? And people's negative attitudes towards CBDCs, especially in the United States. But what people don't understand is that CBDCs are stable coins, and they've been quietly sort of transitioning these governments, right, into calling them stable coins. So the worst thing that can happen is to have one company controlling the vast majority of the liquidity in stable coins around the world and centralizing the power back again, and we're just going to get a US dollar 2.0. And then the powers that be can then move and freeze tokens. And it's the same thing again, which is why we want as much variety as possible. So I think this is an absolutely terrible thing if this were to happen. I don't agree with people who are like bullish and talking about how Ripple is going to I think it's a terrible thing, and I hope it never happens. I hope it's rumor and it stays that. But everything else, absolutely bullish. I'm really happy about the Dubai license. I think we're going to see more and more of those. And as you know, this whole legal stuff resolves completely and the SEC actually makes official announcements and NDAs get non-NDA'd, we're going to see deals that have been made years ago. We're going to hear about companies that have been using Ripple this whole time, etc., etc., etc. But as it is now, this is not financial advice, your own research. I am out to enjoy the sun. Peace.